so we're actually recording now. Okay. Oh, I see now. So when I see that red light, that means it's game on.
That's why I said I can't just sneak up.
You can't sneak up and cold open me.
Yeah,
What you gotta do is you gotta be subtle about it. You gotta wait till, because like I said before, I'm gonna be looking all over the place. I can't just, I wander. So when I'm looking over here and I'm distracted, you reach over and click, and then be subtle about it, and then cold open.
But you can hear it.
Well,
and then you would be able to see
fair.
it.
Now I know. We've drawn too much attention to it now. Now I'm gonna know. So I like it's got the para-holix colors though, red and black. Did you get that one because of that?
No.
Well, welcome back everybody to the Pairacast. I'm Shag Nasty.
I'm J-Lo.
And we are, if it seems like we're rusty or new at this, it's been a while. So there's going to be bugs to work out for sure, and we were just talking about that. You may hear some hums and hisses and feedback or whatever you were talking about that I can't hear it because you got them headphones on.
I can hear that.
You can hear that? You can hear that?
Yeah.
Damn, all right, I'm going to have to watch it. Can you hear this? No? Okay, good.
Towards the end of it when you go...
Yeah, because that's one of those things, like girls always like pull their ponytails, whatever. I'm gonna do that. It's just a thing I do.
I always do this too.
Yeah, do you hear that? No?
Not really.
Okay, well that's good. So anyhow, back to the show, everybody. Is there anything how has your week been, sir?
It has been.
It has been. Oh God.
Yeah. So,
hasn't it though?
Well, starting Friday, I decided to cut out caffeine, like completely.
That's right.
Not forever.
You a brave soul.
Just temporarily, so I can get like a detox, a reset, so to speak. I felt good Friday.
Now your caffeine is a specific kind of caffeine.
It was energy drinks, but
But
they vary from 140, 160 milligrams up to 300. And if I have a 140, I'll tend to drink another one because I'm not going over the 400 milligram FDA recommendation. But on the weekends, I will go over that.
Yeah.
But it's not like within close proximity. I wake up at 2:30, I'll have another one, crack it open, whether it be 160 or 300, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
and then about 10, 11 hours later when I go to exercise workout, I'll have another. Either in an energy drink can or a pre-workout.
I know I was all like, you said you're firing off numbers. I'm like, whoo, man. I have no idea what any of that means. I don't even know why.
Well, 400 milligrams is the recommendation max daily.
I wonder how that compares to the coffee I drink. Because when you were telling me this, I remember
a cup of coffee has 50 to 100, just depending.
Oh, wow. Okay, so even, because my coffee's usually stronger, so if you even doubled that, I'm probably still not anywhere near.
How many cups?
Typically 1, 2 at the most a day.
Vintage?
No. Well, okay, so it used to be a what do they call that? Like a tumbler, or what is that called?
Do that again?
No, I'm not doing it again. Yetis. The Yeti. What is that type of cup called?
Insulation.
Yeah, but don't they call it a tumbler?
I don't know. I don't drink coffee.
Well, I mean, they're not used just for coffee, though. I mean, Yeti.
Coffee's gross.
Bro.
Yes.
How dare you?
Coffee is gross.
Coffee is the greatest drink ever. Changed my mind. No, but okay. So I used to drink out of one of those, but then because we shop at Target, they offered these freebie deals. Every month they offer you a freebie, and it could be an actual free item or it could be a $5 off thing.
I'll take the $5.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on what you're getting. I took the $5, but I put it towards it was a insulated glass cup, like a mug.
To hold coffee.
Well, to hold whatever you want. If you want to keep it, if you want to keep it cold, but it was clear, and it was double walled. I haven't used one of those before. I have traditional coffee mugs. I would drink the hot coffee out of, which, to be fair, Texas, I don't drink a lot of hot coffee. It's got to be cold for me to do that. So, got this thing, put the ice in it, was loving it, and it doesn't hold as much coffee as the thing I would normally use. So instead of doing the tumbler size, I think it's what it is, with 3 scoops, the big, for those that know, the scoop thing has a small end and a large end. I would do 3 of the large, but that's all I would drink that day. Well, now that I'm using this, I got to do the small cup setting, so I use 2, but I typically drink 2. So now a roundabout way to say I'm getting 4 scoops rather than just 3. So, and my coffee is serious business, okay? So, but still, it sounds like it's still less caffeine than what you had been drinking.
It probably is. You're probably in the 200 range, I would guess. Okay. Probably no more than 300.
So when you said you drink more on the weekends when you're off, I was like, bro, that's crazy. Why do you drink more when you're off? And I thought, well, I drink coffee every single day, so okay.
It's because when I get up, I need to wake up.
Yeah, no, I feel that, dude.
But it wasn't waking me up anymore.
I am not an afternoon person, you know what I mean?
So Friday, I didn't have the energy drink. Yeah. So Saturday morning, by the time I was getting off work, I wasn't dying. I felt good. Mm-hmm. Like, surprisingly good. I was just awake and I was good. Mm. But then I went to sleep. Then I woke up Saturday. I was like, no energy drink. And I was sleeping all afternoon.
Just out of it. You're going through withdrawals.
I'd get up to eat, drink something, not an energy drink. And then I was going to work out. I brought my workout pants out. And I was like, all right, I'm going to do that. And then I was just like... I was like, I'm too out of it. I can't do it.
It's not happening. Not today, Satan.
So I said, you know what? I'm just going to sleep. So that's what I did. I slept off and on until early morning, and then I went to bed at my 6:30 time, and then I slept some more.
God, dude.
And then I got up, and then even again, I'm still taking naps.
So, but the energy drinks would help you when you were taking them.
Yeah, they would help. Yeah. But they got to a point where they weren't doing anything.
Yeah, that's kind of where I am with coffee pretty much now. It's just a routine.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I can drink coffee any time and still go to sleep. It doesn't really affect me. I'll never stop. I'm addicted to it, and that's just the way it's going to be. I did do fasting though. I'm trying intermittent fasting. I can't talk, but because I'm kind of doing a thing where I like eat once a day. That's it. And I have actually, I thought I was the man for this one. I went 3 full days without eating anything. This was last year sometime. And I felt great. I actually, when I decided to eat after that 3rd day, I could have gone longer. And I've heard people say that you can reset your entire body by fasting for 5 days straight.
And all you're doing is drinking water?
Coffee, yes. Now, they do have something called a dry fast. No, sir. A dry fast is exactly what it sounds like. Nothing, not even water.
You can die from that.
You can die from that, exactly. I'm not about that life. And that's one thing I said, I don't mind fasting, but I'm not going to go without coffee. That's not happening.
Because you can go without food for like a week. But without water, you can't go more than like 3 days.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I guess it just depends on what you're doing or not doing.
Yeah. Well, yep, so that's pretty much...
If it was just me laying on the couch like I've been doing, I could probably go a week without water.
No, you'd have your little backpack thing on with the little tube. But you hadn't used that in about a minute, have you?
It's funny you say that.
You bringing it back?
I brought it out this morning.
Synchronicity.
I hopped on the treadmill for an hour this morning. Earlier, 2 o'clock in the morning. Mm-hmm. And I wore my weight vest, 20-pound weight vest, which I always do. And I do it for 30 minutes, and then I take it off. Yeah. But I had the water backpack on as well. Oh. That's another, 7 pounds, 6 pounds. Because it's like
loaded.
3 liters. Yeah. It's not a full gallon, so.
Oh. Still.
Yeah. And I wore both for 30 minutes. Then I took the weight vest off, and then I had just the backpack. I'm trying, to get back. Because during the cold weather, I don't get thirsty. Yeah. They say you still lose water.
You still get dehydrated,
yeah, you still get dehydrated pretty easily, especially with the job that we do.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't get thirsty. I can go all night without drinking something.
I'm getting thirsty just talking about it right now.
I can go all night at work without drinking anything in the cold weather.
Wow, dude. No, I don't think I did the scratching the beer thing again.
That's fine.
I don't think I could go that long without drinking something. No. It's coffee during the day, alcohol at night. It's perfect, dude. It's perfect.
Alcohol is dehydrating.
It's pretty much primarily only on the weekends.
Guys, you're not backwoods. You're not bringing alcohol in the Burger King cup.
Sonic cup or whatever it was. Oh, God. Well, that takes me back. No, I'm not doing that. In fact, I typically only drink alcohol on the weekends when I'm off. And, of course, my weekend is Sunday and Monday. So, but yeah. I mean, last week... That's funny because Sean was messing with me about it. I was drinking almost every day because... Alcohol, yeah. The last grocery order we got 2 liters of soda because they had a special, which I don't drink soda. I don't drink soda pretty much at all anymore, unless it's with alcohol. And so if I'm going to drink it, it's going to be twice as bad, basically. So Brock had bought Mr. Dude Stylist himself, Valor Barbershop in Houston, shout out. He got, those buzz balls?
He did my hair once.
He did. He's done mine a few times. Hair normal activity. We need to do that again, dude. It's been about a minute.
He'd be surprised with mine.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that would be awesome. But it's a woman-owned company called Buzz Balls. Come on, dude. That's brilliant. Well, they make a giant one. Like, it's a big... It's like the size of a volleyball with a spout on top of it. Yeah. Well, he bought one, and then because we were going to go to Charlie's and hang out, me, him, and BDM. We get to Charlie's, and we're like, can you bring your own alcohol in here? I don't know. Well, can you? I just leave it in the car. We'll drink it later.
What's Charlie's?
Charlie's is a bar in Highlands. Oh. Yeah. It's a good old boy country bar that BDM has been going to so often. My brother, beer drinking Mike, he is norm. He's the norm of that bar. Like, for those that don't know, that's the old Cheers TV show reference. Norm would come in, everybody would go, Norm! Well, that's my brother now. And Homer, yeah. Yeah, he's like
Barney.
Barney, yes, definitely. He's been there so long, he's actually got a part-time job working there now, where he takes the buckets and stuff around, and Jay Mello and Do Stylist call him Buckets. They're going to get him a shirt with buckets written on it. So... where was I going with that? We were in there. I feel like I was going somewhere with that.
It was a giant
buzzball thing. Okay, so we left it in the car. Well, when we went to leave, he just gave it to me, and I've been drinking on this thing for weeks. It's huge because I don't drink. When I drink, I don't drink a whole lot, right? Because I don't like the taste of alcohol, so I gotta mask it with something else. So I've been drinking on it for probably a week or so before I decided to actually pay attention to it and realize that this thing was tequila and vodka mixed. Man, it's no wonder I felt so damn good after drinking a cup of that shit, dude. So I was mixing it with, we bought that's what it was about the soda. I got the 2 liters, so one of them was Canada Dry. And you know how a 2 liter is, you crack it open, 10 minutes later it's flat. So I'm like, dude, I gotta drink this, or So every day I'd go home and go, well, I gotta drink some of that 2 liter before it goes flat. Glug glug glug, and I was doing it every day, dude. That's not normally what I do. I'm not an alcoholic. I'm just putting that out there. That's my brother. That's BDM, who turns into Captain Coors, who turns into. There's a whole tier level for him. It's a. BDM, Captain Coors, General Jackass. It just keeps climbing, and that's levels of where he's like stupid drunk. Like, you've seen him when he's that bad. Like that night, he pulled his famous Irish goodbye, where he just walks off. Like if he didn't drive, he'll just take off walking. He's done it so many times, dude. And he did it this time. We just look up. He's gone. And we hear cars honking. And there's a car swerving. We look outside. And outside people say, he just walked across the street. Almost got hit by a car. Idiot. That's my brother, everybody. Okay. So enough of that drama. Is there anything else you want to touch on before we move on?
No, that was it. I mean, I don't drink, so I don't know.
You don't know about that life.
These experiences or anything. I hear about it, but I have no idea what.
You're not really missing a whole lot.
What any of it feels like.
Yeah. I've been drunk probably 3, maybe 4 times in my life. Like, drunk. Where you do stupid shit, some of it you don't remember, and it always ends with you throwing up and feeling like the hammer of the gods have been dropped upon you. The next day, swearing to God and any holy deity that'll listen, you'll never do it again until the next time. But now, again, I've only been drunk. I'm, fixing to be 53, I've been drunk like 3 or 4 times in my life, because being drunk is not fun. Don't do it. So, there it is. A buzz? Dude, I'll strap a buzz on. Dude, that's awesome. I like that. I want to talk about us, John, the paranormal guys and the Paraspective. You took You took a 5-year hiatus. Break that down for us in your own words. In your own words.
I sure did.
Let us know what happened, why it happened, and now you're back.
There was a lot of things that happened, and they just added up. And then I just decided it was time to walk away. So, well, there's the end.
That's it. All right, thanks for watching. That's been the Pairacast.
I don't have like a specific order of things happening. You know, because I don't remember every timeline.
Yeah.
You know, so first off, I'll just start off with Huck. Rest in peace.
R.I.P.
I actually made amends with him like 3 years ago in a dream, believe it or not.
I remember you telling me that.
I don't remember all the details of the dream. I just remember you and I went to a movie theater. He was there, and he was about 20 years old. He was not pushing or at 50 years old, whatever he was.
That's wild, bro.
It was undoubtedly him.
What did he look like?
And he came to talk to me. He ignored you completely. And I don't. And I told you the dream, but I don't even remember now what he said. Wow. And when I woke up, at that moment, I was like, "That's it. We made amends. He's making his rounds and making things right."
Dang.
In the afterlife.
That's a wild thought, dude. Is that's actually something that can happen.
Yeah.
Huh. That's crazy, dude.
But with him, we had our differences, you know, because he had went to Corpus.
Right.
And we created Paranormal Guys. Because it was just us two, because he completely moved.
Yeah.
I believe it was for his dad. His dad was...
Yes, his real dad, I believe.
Yeah, he moved over there for that. He had to take care of him.
Yeah.
And so I knew nothing about it. I didn't really know Huck that well, even at that time.
Yeah.
You know, but I was like, okay, yeah, we can do Paranormal Guys. One of us made a joke about it, and then we were like, you know what?
We talked about that aspect of it in the first episode.
Yeah, but and then we did it.
Yeah.
And well, he found out about it. He wasn't happy.
Yeah.
You know, but it wasn't to undermine him or step on his toes. It was just that. Yeah. Hey, this is...
I think today they would say he suffered from FOMO.
Yeah. And so, you know, fast forward, then he's coming back, and he says, hey, I want to start fresh. Let's come up with a new name. I was just like, all right, you know. I was like, because that meant I got to design a logo.
John knew exactly what that meant.
I mean, I like designing a logo, but when you have a bunch of people putting their input on it, you know, it can be frustrating versus you just doing what you like. Yeah. And so, you know, we all decided, hey, let's come up with a name. And it was come up with para-holix, you know. So that all happened.
Addicted to this, you know, what's a good name? Yeah.
So, we did para-holix, I did the logo. And then eventually it led to a Facebook page where we left Huck to be in charge of the Facebook page.
Okay, I remember where this is going now.
And he created H-Town Para-holix. And we were like, what is H-Town Para-holix?
Yeah.
He created a group page
Yep.
So, during my research, I found that people don't want to join groups on Facebook.
Yeah.
At all. I don't know what it is. Even when I get recommended a group, I don't want to join it.
Right.
But if your page is a friend page, sure.
Right.
I don't know what the difference is really. Mm-hmm. I'm not a Facebook guy still.
I hate Facebook. I'm a part of a lot of groups, but I don't never go.
But we decided to remedy that.
Yep.
That was another thing he was not happy about.
Right.
I guess he only talked to you about it. He never talked to me.
Well, you know,
but he wasn't happy that we decided to create a para-holix friend page.
I guess. And he thought we created a separate Facebook page and left him out of it. Like we were moderators and he wasn't. And again, going back to what you said originally, you know, H-Town para-holix, none of us live in Houston.
Yeah.
It made no sense to me because Houston is a good 30 minutes as the crow flies from us. Now, if you want to say...
Even the email he created has H-Town in it.
I mean, it's the closest town to us. If we're going to rep a town,
it's
going to be H-Town, baby. But we don't live in Houston.
Yeah.
You know? So, I mean, we're not going to be, you know, I don't even live in Baytown. I'm not repping Highlands. You know? We're not repping Baytown. I mean, but...
Maybe it was for Highlands Town.
Oh, that's what it was. No, I don't think so. I mean, H-Town is what they call Houston. So even if he was trying to be clever to reference Highlands, which I don't even think at the time he was living. Was he living in Highlands at that time?
I don't know.
He did for a short while. He lived in the same neighborhood as me, like, you know, 3 doors down, like the group.
Uh-huh.
But that was short-lived, actually. And then he did live in Baytown for a while. Yeah. This man lived everywhere. He was, you know, all over the place, dude. So that's another problem with repping having a representation in your title when you move a lot. And also, if there's multiple people in the group, you know, how do you...
how is everybody represented by
exactly
the major city?
Exactly.
Yeah,
unless that's how you view it, you know, like the closest city to us is Houston, we're repping H-Town. But that should have been, we should have discussed that as a group, you know?
Yeah.
Which, just like the naming that became an issue,
you
know what I mean? It was the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, so, yeah.
But there was a lot of frustrations with that, you know, and I felt like I was kind of singled out on it too, because I designed the logo for all that.
For all
I created the page, you know, I created the thumbnail. I'm the one who does all that stuff. You know, I created the Facebook page.
Yeah.
So I felt like a lot of that was on me,
mm-hmm.
you know, and I felt that frustration part of it.
Yeah.
You know, and then to leave with that, because, you know, we made amends in a dream.
Yeah.
The whole, what did the guy call them, spectacles thing?
Oh my God, from Paranologies.
Okay, this guy had some...
I forgot about this too.
Camera embedded goggles or...
Yeah.
Something like that.
He made a lot of 3D printed paranormal gear.
And I seen that idea, and I said, I can make something not exactly the same, because I can't 3D print.
Right.
Mine's a little more annoying to wear
than
his would be, because it would block one of your eyes.
Did we ever even use that during an investigation?
We never did.
I didn't think so, yeah. A lot of stuff we put together was like that.
And it was better than his in the way that it worked.
Yeah.
And operated, you know.
The problem was you sold too many of them, dude. You were cutting in on his business.
Because, okay, with his, you had to look through the camera, the viewfinder, whatever camera he was using.
Right.
And at the time, I determined it was an SJ cam or a knockoff of an SJ cam. And you had to look through that. Well, the problem is they're wide angle lenses.
Yeah.
Right? And so with wide angle lens, it is hard to determine spatial distances. So I'm reaching out for the camera, and if I'm looking through this little lens of a wide angle, I don't know how far to reach because everything is distorted. You know, ours wasn't going to be like that. It was just going to be that it was going to cover one eye.
Right.
And you were going to look through with this eye.
Right.
So you can still kind of see, and you don't have to focus on that.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Well, he saw my photo through his little follower, minions, people. Somebody shared it, and he blasted me wearing the ones that I made for $13.
Yeah.
You know? And was saying that I was imposing or impeding on his...
He was biting his style, bro.
On his design.
Yeah.
When ours was actually better, cheaper to make, and it didn't function in the exact same way his did.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't the exact same thing.
You know,
yeah.
But there was this whole thing. He did a live stream.
Yeah, really.
An hour-long live stream.
It rubbed him the wrong way, man.
On this guy.
Yeah.
Who... I've never met this dude.
Right.
I had no idea who he was.
Yeah.
He had no idea who I was. And he did a live stream blasting my face wearing these goggles designed that I did. And he had all of his minions in the comments, you know, rah, yeah,
ripping you about the color of your hair. They were doing all, they called me he called me a bitch though on the live stream. Yeah. And them's his fighting words, my guy.
Little did he know that I was able to see the archived live stream that he made, because even though I wasn't a friend with this guy, he didn't make it a friends only viewable thing.
Yeah.
So I was able to find his name, his page, find that archive, and then capture the video from my laptop into my capture device and record it. Then I uploaded it.
Oh, that's right.
To YouTube as a private video that if you had the link, you can share it. And I sent it out to you and to Deborah Fawcett.
That's the only reason why I found out about it.
Anybody else who was named in the comments.
Oh yeah, because he talked shit on her. He was talking shit on a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was firing shots, dude.
And so that whole thing, and I never said a word to this guy. I never commented. I stayed 100% out of it.
Yeah, well, I didn't. I jumped in there like Eminem right in the middle of that rap battle.
I didn't go to his page. I didn't comment. I didn't make a video on him. I never said a word.
Yeah.
Because what I know, going by the gaming community and things that happen within, is if something happens and you feed back into it, whether it's your side or not, good or bad, they're going to continue to roll with it.
Right. You were the only smart one in that entire thing.
Use your face in your video, re-record, capture that, and show it on their video.
It became a way pointless endeavor, dude. It was it highlighted the bullshit within the paranormal community and the reasons why we don't consider ourselves part of that community and never will. You know?
And I was sitting back laughing in the background. Because the whole idea was funny to me.
It was.
I was just like, are you serious, guy? I don't even know you.
Yeah.
And I was like, all you had to do was reach out to me.
And he felt so threatened by this. It was clearly obvious. And it made no sense. Now again, we're not trying to spark up this rap beef again. I don't think you ever did, but I made amends for my part in it. Because I said, when he said what he said, it pissed me off. I went off. In the day, if we would have been within the same room, we'd have been throwing hands. I guarantee it.
He did try to make amends. He tried to reach out on Facebook.
Yeah.
But I ignored it.
Yeah.
Because I thought to myself, if you make a live stream about me, talking all this bad, whatever, you don't even know me, you need to make a live stream apologizing.
Yeah. Don't be, No, for real. We actually spoke on the phone because a mutual individual got us in contact, and he was very polite, very cool. And I'm that way too. If you're cool to me, I'm going to be cool to you. If he'd have got on that line talking crap, it would not have ended well. That's just my personality. If you're cool, I'm cool. If you're not, I'm not. So I mean, this could get ugly fast. But it ended well. He invited us to come out, and I don't know if it was then or if it was later. He bought the Jefferson Hotel.
Yeah.
Which we've been
was,
to.
Yeah, that was after.
And I honestly want to go, if it's even still open. I don't know. What he did to it was phenomenal, dude. I've seen the pictures. He made it, because he was a collector of oddities, right? And he went in there and renovated that thing and changed it all, themed the rooms. It looks amazing. Props where props are due. Unfortunately, during COVID, his business went under. At least that's what he said, because I checked the website. He only makes stuff now for private individuals or stuff like that. He doesn't have a business like that anymore. As far as I'm aware, he still owns the Jefferson Hotel and still runs it and everything. I have no beef with the guy or ill will. That was a stupid thing that should have never happened. He did something he shouldn't have done, and I did something I shouldn't have done. You know, you were the only smart one in the whole bunch, dude.
Well, he started it.
He did. There's no doubt about it. He started that shit.
Because if you know us going back, we look at other people's videos, we see other ideas, and we try to make something similar but better and cost nothing or as cheap as possible.
For us.
Yes.
We're not, he wasn't trying to turn around and market this product to sell and like undercut him and what he was doing.
Yeah, I was just like, you can make this for, goggles were $13.
Not everybody can afford his $500 pair of goggles or whatever they were. They were expensive. And I know he would have, I remember when we talked, he had reasons for why things were expensive. I get that. Doesn't change the fact that a lot of people can't afford that shit. They just can't. Now, again, I am not trying to spark up any rap beef here, but I got a chance. I don't even know if I ever told you about this. I got a chance to wear those things.
Yeah, you did. Yeah,
Haunted Hill House had a pair, and I don't know what happened to the footage, because I am confident I put a memory card in there. I never did find this footage. I wanted to use it. There's a picture somewhere with me wearing them, and they were cool. I mean, they were cool and everything. But I'm going to be real about it. They were the most god-awful, uncomfortable thing I have ever put on my body. I had to stop wearing them because they hurt. They were that painful on your head, just digging into your fucking face and shit. I had to stop. But I see the idea, because again, we never used the ones that you made. It's just so the whole idea blows my mind. You're like, because there's people now, tons of people have made REM pods, a version of a REM pod, right? I've seen someone on Etsy, I think it was, who took a mystery machine and turned it into a REM pod. Got an antenna, got lights and stuff. Super cool. I'd love to have one. It's the same idea of the inventor of the REM pod, which the REM pod is just a PVC piece of PVC, like a PVC coupling that's painted black. Got the guts up inside of it for the battery, where you put the battery, and then it's got the digital panel with all the circuits and everything on top with the lights and the antenna. That's it. That thing cannot be that expensive to make. Period. But they sell them for $300, $250, $300, $400, whatever they sell them for. It'd be the same idea as somebody like the inventor of that REM pod seeing one of these knockoffs, targeting one, and doing a live stream, ripping the person to shreds.
Yeah.
What? I'm sorry, dude, but that's so weak. Again, I'm not trying to start any trouble again. But that just again highlighted why we don't care for the paranormal community and do not consider ourselves part of it, because it's full of petty little bitches. I'm sorry, but it is. There's so many of them out there just like that.
Which leads me into the next one.
Uh-oh.
It's the community, the paranormal community.
Yeah.
They're a bunch of whiny babies.
They really are. I hate to say it.
Everything they put out is real, undoubtedly paranormal. It is a ghost. It is a spirit.
The spiritual tonight
of Miss Blanchett, from 1944.
Yep.
But
look, if you zoom in, you can see the ghost of little Timmy. Okay.
You can sometimes even see, that's probably not what they think it is.
Right.
it's a reflection, lens glare, flare,
it's
mirror.
MNP, misidentified
or it's just
natural phenomenon.
low resolution, terrible lighting, infrared lighting, whatever.
And that's going to include some of the stuff that we put out.
Yeah, because we started at low.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
If we go back to the beginning.
Looking back at that audio and video.
Oh, yeah. Most of the EVPs I highlighted were, oh, it said get out. Did you hear that? Come on, man. I mean, but you live and you learn.
Yeah.
Some of us, anyway.
But when we put out a video, immediately, as soon as we get a comment, oh, that's, you faked this, or that's this.
Yeah.
I'm like, you can't win.
Right, no, you can't.
And then you have people who have those overexpressive thumbnails with the,
Oh, that's the greatest, dude. The most terrifying night of my life. Again.
Yeah, and these titles.
For the 20th time.
And then nothing happens at these places, but they're getting 100,000 views.
Yeah.
We have legitimate,
We go there, and we're that John Travolta meme from the fucking, that one movie where he's like, that's us. I'm sorry. Demons were possessing you and dragging you out of the building, but I guess you kept them. You took them with you.
There's a video of some young team. I say they're kids. I don't know. They're 20s, maybe early 30s.
Yeah, kids. To me.
Yeah, but I don't like calling young adults kids because I don't want them to sound disrespected because they're adults.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Because I work with younger guys and
Yeah.
I've accidentally called them kids. They didn't say nothing. I told them, y'all just kids. And
Y'all a bunch of kids.
Who's that other kid that works here?
Yeah.
I try not to say it.
I do it all the time.
But I saw a video of another guy going through their video, and he showed how they literally faked one of their biggest claims that they had.
Is it one of the big channels?
Yeah.
Okay, it's either Cody and somebody. It's their names.
Yeah, I don't.
Sam and Kobe or Cody, or it's those.
And it was a big team.
Twin paranormal guys.
It was a big team, and this guy was counting all the people and where they were, supposedly at this spot, and then how people would show up, they'd be missing in the next clip.
So editing was poorly done.
Yeah.
Who's the video? Who's you watching? Was it Beardo Get Scared?
Did
he have a beard?
He did have a beard.
Okay, it was probably Beardo. He does a lot.
And he just sits in front of his desk
Yep.
and talks about it.
Yeah,
but it's not always paranormal stuff. He does other things too, I think.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. It was just recommended to me one day, and I just saw it. And
I've seen some of his too. That's interesting. This is not to say crazy shit doesn't happen, because it does happen. We've experienced it. We've captured it. But it's very rare, and there's no rhyme or reason to it. But the flip side to that is people like Beardo and others, they try to debunk everything. So none of these people can find a happy medium, right? It's all paranormal, 24/7 all the time.
Well, if they try to
or it's never,
If they try to debunk a video and they can't, then he's probably just not going to post it.
That's possible too. He just won't review that one, if he can't debunk it.
Yeah.
Or in some cases they do, and they just say, well, I can't prove, like for example, those that don't believe in ghosts, which I don't believe in ghosts, not in the traditional sense, but I believe in the paranormal. So we'll say those that don't believe in the paranormal will say, well, I can't debunk it. I don't know what it was, but I know it's not the paranormal because the paranormal isn't real, therefore it's not paranormal. What? The loops. You have the hoops, rather. You got to jump through to think the way some of them do is ridiculous. I don't know. We were talking about some of it. Go ahead.
Yeah, so what I was leading to is the community, they're all about themselves.
It is a very selfish community, yeah.
And for us, I always felt like from the very beginning, we would look at other videos, learn, and then put out other ideas.
We put out.
With little builds and little ideas and cheap ideas, using the film negative filters and over the regular flashlight.
Yeah.
Using the red and blue film filters over regular flashlights that filters out the visible light and you only see infrared.
We're scientists, bro.
We're doing all that little stuff, modifying all the cameras that I did.
Yeah.
Speaking of the goggles that we had, the camera I put on there was the Legend that had image stabilization. So whenever you moved your head around, it was a little bit more stable. Watching the footage, you wouldn't get dizzy. Versus those other ones.
Over the years we have evolved, we've grown, we've changed. Especially me, the last 5 years. I've told you this before. I've experienced stuff that I absolutely cannot explain. It's wild shit. But at the same time, I'm also more skeptical. A lot of it has to do with the toys. And here's the thing. I've got some of the apps. I've got the toys. I'm using them because I have them. But I'm always making fun of them. I always say that doesn't prove it's a ghost or a demon. And as these things start to wear out, I'm not replacing some of them.
But it could help you isolate a moment, an incident, something.
Right. Something happened. Something changed in the environment to trigger these devices. Does it mean it was a ghost or a demon or anything paranormal? No.
But if you have visual or some other audible evidence to go along with it, then you might say, hey, there's some correlation here.
Which leads me to, we'll fix that to wrap it up, but the conspiranalysis for this, the Pairanalysis. Trying to keep all my things straight. The Pairanalysis for this one, real quick, I want to talk about one event. 1899, Bolten Street House. Oh, hey, there's a clock right there.
Yeah.
1899, Bolten Street House. Spent 2 nights there. First night I was completely by myself. Never done that before. Second night, Rory from Phantasma Texas, joined me. That first night, I'm still going through the footage of the first night, and I have a very sensitive motion sensor device. I didn't talk about this in the first episode, did I? I don't think I did, 'cause I don't think I'd gone across this footage yet. Well, at any rate, I'm going to repeat it if I have. If you've already heard this, you can go ahead and stop listening now. But super sensitive 360-degree motion sensor. I thought it was broke when I first got it because it would be on for like 10 seconds. That was it calibrating. And then it would just be like going crazy. And I'm like, dude, this is an annoying thing. What can I do with this? It always goes off after about 10 to 12 seconds. Well, put it in the drawer. Messaged the guy. He didn't really have an answer for me. There was no paperwork. I saw on YouTube how to actually use it. So I'm using that device, and I set it off multiple times just walking around. It was in the area where the crazy loud stomping footsteps were that I'd caught earlier. It didn't go off till I moved it into that room and put it at pretty much in the same spot where it happened. Prior to that, it had only gone off when I'd walked by it multiple times. It goes off on its own. Now, at the time, shortly after that, I debunked it I was possibly debunking it because the UV light, if I waved the UV light in the doorway from the room I was in to the room where it would trigger it. And I'm like, maybe that was debunking it. But after going back over the footage, I had to debunk my debunk because that camera was setting on the bed stationary. The Q8 camcorder was aimed towards the seance room, and the footage you're looking at when this goes down is the face cam that's on that camera that's setting stationary on the bed. That UV light couldn't have triggered that thing. It would have been triggering it the entire time. It only triggered when I picked it up and waved it around. So I don't know what triggered it, but it wasn't me. And that was one of 2 times it went off by unseen reasons, unseen forces.
You put the light on
in 2 days.
You trigger it, and then you leave the light on it, and then eventually it resets.
But that also wouldn't have been the case because, you know what I mean? It wasn't there originally. I moved it in there. You know what I mean? So I mean, I could also test that and see, but again, it's the light itself that triggered it. You see what I'm saying? So but again, the second time it happened, again, twice in 2 nights, it's all that happened. There was nothing. I was in a separate room. The UV light wasn't even on. So, and it was in the same spot. So I don't know, dude. All I know is the activity was coming from that area. Now that's one of those things where if I'm suffering from MNP, misidentified natural phenomenon, I can't place what it was. Not saying it was a ghost or a demon. I was getting some pretty interesting ghost box responses in and around the same time frame. This was in the same room where I felt a very heavy, creepy vibe when I first entered it. It's where the loud, banging, stomping footsteps came from. Finding out the next day that was one of the 2 most active areas in the house, reportedly. It's just the dominoes were lining up. You know what I mean? It was checking all the boxes. For me to look at that and go, y'all, I can't explain this one. If I could, I would. I got nothing for you. Something triggered that motion sensor device. I mean, if it was a mouse or something like that, maybe. But I think I would have heard some scurrying. There would have been something. It triggered, and then it stopped. And then later on, I think it was the same night. Yeah, it was the same night. So that's right. It happened twice on the first night and never again. That I'm aware of. I mean, if it happened while we were downstairs, that thing's loud enough. I think I would have still. I'm pretty sure I would have heard it. So I don't think it did. But that's wild. But that's an example of where. And again, that's what you're going to get from us. Other people would say it was 100% a ghost. This is proof positive of the paranormal. Like and subscribe. You know, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say I don't have an answer for it. That's what you're going to hear more from us. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not going to say, you are never going to hear me say it was a ghost or a demon or 100% proof of the paranormal. If I ever say something like that, I misspoke or I was drunk. I mean, I don't believe that.
We always leave it up to the viewer.
True, but I will say I do believe in the paranormal. So, I mean, if you had to say, Shag Nasty, do you believe this was paranormal or do you believe it was misidentified natural phenomenon? If I'm given the choice, I'm gonna say that was paranormal. But given between the two choices, but I can't prove it. That's just where my opinion lies on that particular thing.
Because you're the one recording it.
I was also the one there that experienced it.
Yes, yeah. That's what I mean. You're creating the content and experiencing it. So yes, you're going to say paranormal.
But also I'm factoring in everything else that occurred. And I'm looking at a bigger picture.
You'll go back and look at it and try to see if it's misidentified.
Yeah.
And if you can't, then of course they're going to say
I tried. I almost debunked it right in the moment when I realized that light would trigger it. It wasn't till reviewing after the fact that I realized that I wasn't waving that camera around with that light on. That was the only way I was able to trigger it from within that room. Was doing that. So what? So I had to go back on that. That's probably the first time ever that I think I've debunked a debunk that I can remember. So you got your Pepto-Bismol there.
It's protein. Cotton candy protein.
Protein. Oh, I can't stand protein. That's a whole separate podcast. But
Yeah, but these don't taste like.
They don't taste like liquid vitamins.
No, this one has a hint, but it is not as bad as some of these other ones I've had.
Really?
I've had some you could smell the protein, and then there's the aftertaste of protein. Just
yeah, they at the house they would always get these vitamin bars, right? These that's not what they called them, but protein bars. Yeah, protein, and most of them taste just like they just took vitamins and they put some chocolate and some oats and wrapped it up. It's like, oh, that's no.
With some wet cardboard, right?
Oh, they taste like crap.
Or Special K, that cereal you've ever?
Yes, Special K.
Yeah.
It's like special, all right.
It's like that into a mush, you know.
No, nasty.
Yeah. No, if you want some protein bars, I can get you some protein bars that
actually taste good.
Oh yeah.
Is that a thing? What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Things have changed.
I reserve judgment.
They have no protein taste whatsoever.
Huh?
You would not know. You would think you're eating a candy bar.
Oh wow.
That's how good.
Well, I could get down with that.
They're like $3.50 each.
Ooh, a bar?
A bar.
Damn, dude, is there gold in there?
I think it's like 19 or 20 grams of protein. Gold flakes. But it's like you're eating a candy bar.
That's rich, bro.
Well, I mean, I was eating them a lot.
Whew.
Yeah.
Man, I might
work out. I eat one. I take one to work every day. I haven't been lately because they do get expensive.
Yeah, I bet. What is the most recent movie and or TV show you have seen?
I watch The Office on loop every weekend because I recorded the episodes from Peacock streaming. I have the Blu-rays.
Wait, you watch it every weekend?
Yeah, it's on loop.
On loop?
Okay, so this is what I did. So Peacock has Superfan episodes. They're extended, that they didn't air.
Oh.
Every episode is a good 3 to 5 minutes longer.
Extra content.
Yes.
Huh.
But you gotta have Peacock or you gotta have me. Because because I recorded all those episodes and my smart TV plays the files through USB drive.
Whoa.
These recordings that come from here,
Uh-huh.
it'll play them just like normal. I don't have to edit, re-render, nothing. It'll play the files. Put them all in folders by season, and on the weekend, once everybody's asleep, I put it on The Office, so there's something in the background. You know, I'll go in and out and stop, watch for a few minutes.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
I love The Office, but I don't know if I could do that every week. You know, that's one thing.
I've been watching Superstore.
That's a good show. That's a good show. I've never actually sat down and watched it all.
It's only on DVD and streaming. No Blu-ray.
It's the retail version of The Office.
It's like Walmart. Yeah.
It's like Walmart, yeah. Yeah, it's great for anybody who ever worked at Walmart or did that kind of department store type, which we have. So I would relate to that one more than I would The Office.
Yeah, so those are what I've been watching lately. As far as movies, it'll just be random space movies.
Random space movies.
It'll be something streaming on Tubi, and I'll be like, oh, this is...
Oh, you do Tubi also?
This looks interesting.
I love Tubi, dude.
Throw it on there, and then after about 10 minutes, if it's not getting anywhere, because some of them don't.
Some of them are pretty god-awful.
Yeah, and I'm like, what am I watching here? So I'll leave it and go to something else.
Yeah. The thing about Tubi is, and a good way to judge typically, maybe not always, but when you go to check a movie out, watch the trailer. And if there isn't one, go to something else, because that's usually a sign.
I've never thought about that.
Yeah. But then again, I've watched some trailer, which is just a section of the movie, and I'm like, what is this?
Yeah,
this is not a trailer.
Like 3 minutes.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude,
of a whole scene.
But it's enough for you to decide, this is horrible.
Yeah.
No, thank you. And I like B movies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hashtag or air quotes. But it depends, really. There's a certain type of B movie that's worth, where it's like so bad it's good versus just being horrendous. I can't do it, dude. Unless there's like 2 robots and a dude sitting at the bottom of the screen making fun of it, which they don't do anymore. Now it's riff tracks, but for those that don't know, referencing Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Are the robots female?
They weren't. Though.
2 robots and a dude, you know.
No, that was just a setup.
It's a whole different movie.
It was Crow, and then what was the gumball's name? I can't even remember now.
That's a cartoon.
It was a gumball machine. You don't remember Mystery Science Theater 3000?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
I didn't watch it that much.
Oh, dude, I was a big fan of that shit. I got a lot of that on DVD, but then they transitioned into something called the Film Crew. It started out being different people, and then the last 3 that were actually doing it, when they stopped doing that, they went to something called the Film Crew, which did not last very long, like a season, and then they went to Riff Tracks, where they do their own thing. Got a website. Got an app, got all that, dude. It's awesome. No more silhouettes, no more robots. It's just them talking smack over a movie. And they do everything from brand new movies and to stuff I guarantee you've never heard of. And there's a good reason why. It's bad.
Well, I guess it's much easier because then you can just play the movie, put on some headphones so you don't hear it, and then you record your commentary over
the thing. Yeah. And the way they get around a lot like the new stuff, like they've done all the new movies, you can, because I guess this is apparently legal, they do the Rift, and their app that you get, it automatically syncs their audio track with the movie. So you pop in your movie, and then it syncs their audio, and you can listen to their commentary over your copies of the movie. So they're not actually, you know what I mean? It's not a copyright issue.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of stuff that they've done, of old stuff that they're able to just do. You know, I've got tons of it. It's hilarious. But, dang, I don't know. Okay, so here, it's 8 o'clock already.
I'm going to look him up real quick.
What's that? Oh, yeah, look at you'll see. You'll see what I'm talking about. No, that had us. Now, see, I kind of struggled, honestly, as to where to put that in the segment. I ultimately landed the plane on Paraspective because, like, it is paranormal, but there's also conspiracy around.
Oh, I remember him. Yeah.
Yep. Really cool guy, man.
Chariots of the gods. That's what.
Yep. He had that
always,
thick accent. Yes. Yeah. He was a cool dude, man. I liked him. But
you said at the same time.
Yeah.
I do too.
Talking about him and that topic, it's really hard to decide where to place it because it is paranormal, so it could be a paraspective, but it's also heavily drowning in conspiracy. So it could be conspiranalysis as well, because if they are actively covering up this fact and keeping it from humanity, that's a conspiracy of biblical proportions, right? Mm-hmm. And I think they are. I think they know, the powers that shouldn't be globally know that what they have taught us through the religions and through science, that it's either false completely or it's at the very least a fraction. It's one or two pieces of the puzzle. They don't have the whole picture, I don't think, themselves, but they have a lot more pieces of the puzzle than we do. And they're not giving any of that information to us, So I think he and people like him were touching on some of that. And I think they were onto something. I don't know if my opinion has changed over the years as to whether or not I still think I follow on it can be D, all the above. It could very well be, that we have, non-human intelligence that have always been here, like before us. So they're Earthlings, they're Terrans. This is their planet also. There could also be time travelers. If it's even scientifically possible, then it is. You know what I mean? If it's possible, then they do exist. Because how far out you got to go, it doesn't matter if time travel is invented 1,000 years from now, 1,000,000 years from now, then it's invented, they can come back, they could be here. You see how that works? Mm-hmm. So it could be that. It could also be extraterrestrial. They could be coming from another planet. If space is real and not fake and gay, as some say, and it's real, like this isn't a flat plane, and this is all that there is. I've never been to space. I've never even been out of America, so I have no idea. You know what I mean? But if it's real, and you could get into a ship of some kind and go to a different planet, then yeah, there could be beings, intelligent beings from another planet here. But it could also be, and this is a big one for me, extraterrestrial. What is it called? Ultra-dimensional, like extra-dimensional beings, higher planes of existence. They vibe at different frequencies.
If time travel is possible, I think it's possible that these alien-looking beings are us.
I love that theory. That's one of my favorites, dude. Talking about the little alien grays?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because when you go into space, you don't have gravity. Your bones get thinner, smaller, so you eventually evolve. Yep. Right? You're in darkness all the time. So your eyesight changes, so maybe they get bigger, so now you can see more in the dark. Yeah. Different things like that make a lot of sense.
Yeah, I'm going to hit you with another good one, too, that I heard last year, I think. So autism is on the rise, like, to a scary degree, right? Like, it used to be such a rare thing. Now it's a lot, dude, and it's rapidly increasing. Now, what are some character traits of autistic people? They don't process emotions like we do, and this is wild, but some people that have claimed to have been abducted have described these beings as acting in an autistic manner in their mannerisms, right? So that follows through with what you're saying. Like, we're talking, you take where we are now and where it looks like we're headed, and you fast forward, 100,000, 500,000, a million years out. That very well could be us if we do evolve in that way, And it could also be genetic lab tampering. Like, maybe it doesn't have to be a natural, because I'm the only way I would believe in a Darwinistic evolutionary way of looking at things would be if a designer designed it to operate that way. I don't feel like if this is a big accident that you're going to go from goo to where we are now without some kind of intervention, some kind of help, some kind of design. Like it wouldn't just happen naturally.
Well, they say there was nothing, and then there was something so infinitely small and dense that exploded into the universe.
That's so ridiculous, though.
What is the absence of everything? What is nothing?
Exactly.
How can this something appear in the absence of nothing?
That's literally how they describe it.
And become everything.
There was nothing, and then nothing sparked on some... Stop. What? How can nothing do something with something if there's nothing? What? That makes no sense, dude.
Well, there was nothing, and then this something appeared out of nowhere.
See? That doesn't... We already got a problem right there, dude.
And they don't know what put it there, how it got there, why.
Yeah. So I think that, to me, that just proves that even at the very beginning, they can't answer that, and it looks more like... and it doesn't have to be like God or the God of the Bible or the God of any religions, but it has to be some kind of intelligence that did this. It just didn't happen by itself, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
So following, that kind of idea, and then you look at what they're doing now with, genetic laboratory, shenanigans, how they got that CRISPR-Cas9 is old news, dude. That's old. And they were doing things where you can genetically alter your own DNA in a garage laboratory. You can do this yourself now through CRISPR-Cas9, and this was old stuff, dude. So then you look at, since that information came out, the whole scamdemic, as I see it, and I think now the evidence has come out to prove that whole thing was a lie, like we thought it was, like a lot of us thought it was. There was a reason behind it. And then they forced this. Now, I don't even know if we can talk about this still on YouTube. We might get canceled before we even get started. You may have to cut this out, dude. I don't even know. but it's proven now that well, it was proven at the time that wasn't a normal. Mm-hmm. And what it did is very debatable. And there's reports of a lot of people having problems and or dying from that. Now they say there's the same on the other side. People that caught whatever, because there was something, but it wasn't this horrible global pandemic like they described it. It just wasn't. There's no numbers to back up those claims. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, but what if it was they were doing something genetically? They were tampering somehow. They did something. And then you factor in all the spraying, which they finally admit that they're actually doing that too, which we all knew they were doing that forever. You look up. You have to be blind not to see that it's not that there's a con, all right, in contrail, there's a con going on, but they're spraying something. And just like with changing global warming, because that turned out to be a joke, to climate change. Well, yeah, the climate does change. They're saying it's humans. That's nonsense, I think. But they had to change it from global warming because all of the threats and the prophecies that they made never came true. According to them, we should all be underwater by now, or at least good portions of America. Florida was going to be gone, because the ice was going to melt and we're all going to drown. That didn't happen. So it's the same with, they changed chemtrails to geoengineering, I think is what they call it now.
For years I've always felt that they put viruses in those things to spread and make people sick.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep, they do. I mean, well, look at our boy Bill Gates, who openly admitted he was genetically modifying mosquitoes to carry and then releasing them in like Africa and other places. I'm sorry, what? Excuse me, baking powder, and they'll say these kind of things, and people won't really. You got people on the hard right that'll be like up in arms over it. People on the left, the libtard left, they'll be like, well, what he meant to say was, they'll try to, but the right does the same thing. They're all.
Or it'll be a 10-second section on the news, like when they said that the virus from the Wuhan lab was leaked, whatever. It was on the news. I saw it.
Yep.
And they just said it so casually and brushed it off, never went back to it again.
Right, and it was done, at a certain time, when the original thing, the whole wet market bat soup nonsense was pushed as the official, reason for the Kung Flu, as some people called it. Dude, if you believed it was from the Wuhan lab, that was a conspiracy theory, and they would shut down your channel, they would cancel you, they would come at you. Where's all the apologies? You know what I mean? When it's proven now that it actually did come from the lab. I mean, what a shock that this virus came from a virology lab. Yeah. What? But it just showed how easily people are manipulated, and you're seeing that currently.
Zip your jacket and show them.
Oh, yeah.
Show some merch.
I'm about to die. Oh. I don't know why I got up like I was going to show it over there. Alright, so here we are.
Pairacast merch.
Pairacast. And... piss. How am I going to do this? Can they see that?
The back, yeah, you see
a shag.
Move your ponytail. A turn. There you go. Shag nast. They with the wide show, but they get the idea.
They get the idea. If they follow us on Instagram, they'll see that I posted it. But, yeah, bro. This is